Thank you. So, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great honor for me to be here at AOC with you on the very sunny Friday morning, I suppose, but it was not be, and also in the year of 20th anniversary of AUTOSAR. I would like to extend a warm welcome from on behalf of AUTOSAR project leader team. Thank you for coming here. And for those who do not know me, my name is Pinglei Wang. I work at Mercedes-Benz as AUTOSAR project manager, and I'm also representing AUTOSAR, representing Mercedes-Benz in AUTOSAR project leader team. I'm also in this year the speaker of AUTOSAR project leader team. Okay, so before we get started, I have to excuse me for my sore throats and also cough in between. Maybe I was too excited, or maybe because I jumped too much yesterday, maybe allergy, I don't know. So I still have some cough, so just excuse me for that, but I do not have a hangover. Do not worry about it. Okay, so in the next 40 minutes, we have scheduled today for you a status update of classic platform and foundation, and also adaptive platform. So I will address classic platform and foundation, then Martin and Nadim will address adaptive platform status updates, then kicking off classic platform and foundation. So we would start with captivating exploration of motivation, a fundamental aspect, what drives AUTOSAR, what drives software development in automotive industry. And then we would have an overview and further elaboration on classic platform and also foundation. And then we will also move on to the AUTOSAR releases and also the release concepts in 22.11 release, and then we will finish with an outlook of concepts in the upcoming release and also future releases. Okay, so what is AUTOSAR? AUTOSAR aims to standardize software architecture of electronic control units, ECUs. Why does AUTOSAR do this? If you are still not that young, you still remember the old days. We have proprietary software, and the hardware and the software, they are so decoupled, tightly decoupled with each other. And the application developer even has to know how to access the hardware register. And the software was proprietary. But as software getting complexer, it's much more, it's hardly manageable for an application developer to understand, for example, with the introduction of operating system and also with so complicated communication bus protocols and also diagnostic features, safety features, security features. And also that also barriers the distribution of workload. Then AUTOSAR solved this with classic platform. AUTOSAR had standardized basic software and standardized middleware, and also the framework of application software, and also the interfaces between them. Not only about that, but also AUTOSAR standardized methodology, standardized view to a method to describe from a system view, from network view, from ECU view, and also the tooling for that. So that hardware are separated with application software that makes development job much more easier, and workload can be shared between OEMs, between suppliers, between software vendors. The software is reusable. So also AUTOSAR provides, maybe I could go back, sorry. Could I go back? Okay, good. So AUTOSAR also paves the way for innovative electronic system for supporting high performance and also security features, functional safety features, which are one of the unique selling points of AUTOSAR. They have been, they are, and they will be the objective of AUTOSAR always. And looking at the E architecture, which has already shown by Thomas, you could see the evolution of E architecture. So the E architecture, we could observe that they are getting more and more software driven and getting more and more complex. We started at the time that we only had standalone ECUs, then we have somehow connected ECUs, then we introduced also central gateway, then later we had also domain controllers, we have domain architecture or functional domain architecture, which is still very popular in a lot of vehicles. And then with the introduction of automotive Ethernet, for example, we start an era of service-oriented communication, and we had also high-performance computing ECUs. We also have vehicle computer ECUs connecting back-end to vehicle, and also we could also bridge the gap, bridge service-oriented, signal-oriented communication and service-oriented communication. And now we are also in the transition phase of most OEMs. They already try to divide the vehicles into topological zones, and so that we have the so-called zonal architecture. We have few less ECUs, which could reduce the development efforts and development costs massively, and also reduce the wiring harness costs. And we already see that, and also you maybe experienced that or you heard that these 2 days again and again, software-defined vehicles. We also see the trend as AUTOSAR, the software-defined vehicles will be the next evolution of automotive industry, and vehicle can be continuously upgraded with new features via software. And also we have local applications. These local applications can be shifted from in-car and to back-end and to other electronic terminals. We take this exemplary E-architecture here, and we could see still we have hardware, we have virtualization, we have basic software, we have middleware-based services, which AUTOSAR is currently doing. And the base services, for example, both for local applications and also for remote applications, and definitely we also need process to support the agile development, the increasing features in the automotive. We need development process to help it. We need DevOps to help it, and this is a really huge industry effort in automotive industry. So we need to collaborate with each other. So AUTOSAR starts already to collaborate with each other to make it happen. So AUTOSAR automotive APIs, which were already presented yesterday by Michael and by Steve, and also mentioned by Thomas, is one of the answers from AUTOSAR to this collaborative work. So Martin and Nadine will later also give a further insight in their presentation, tell us how the vehicle, how the AUTOSAR automotive APIs helps to get access from outside to the vehicle data. Okay. So let's take a closer look at what AUTOSAR standardization could offer. So AUTOSAR actually offers a wide range of specifications, a wide range of use cases with its specification. And we have Foundation. Foundation actually assures compatibility between adaptive platform and classic platform so that they are interoperable with each other. And on top, we have classic platform, which is the AUTOSAR solution for embedded software, embedded ECUs with hard real-time constraints or safety constraints. And we also, AUTOSAR offers the solution for adaptive AUTOSAR for the high performance computing ECUs with safety-related use cases such as highly automated or autonomous driving. And still, go back to the foundation, we see there are a lot of protocols shared between adaptive AUTOSAR and classic AUTOSAR. Some of them are non-technical, so like glossaries or high-level requirements, main requirements. Some of them are technical ones, like communication protocols, log and trace protocols, and also templates, diagnostic requirements, for example. And Foundation enforces the interoperability between both platforms. And also, Foundation helps, especially the communication protocols, helps the interoperability and compatibility between AUTOSAR system and non-AUTOSAR system. And Thomas also mentioned we will have a new partnership variant, a social partner light. This is the point. We will introduce that so that we could make the exploitation rights of communication protocols much more easier. And since the start, AUTOSAR Classic platform is the bread and butter of AUTOSAR. The AUTOSAR Classic platform is targeted mainly for deeply embedded ECUs, which cover safety-critical functionalities supported by hardware-time capabilities. So nowadays, we see that Classic platform is so accepted in the market, and it is really in the almost every vehicles, and it runs on almost a lot of ECUs in the vehicle, and it's really established. So it can be running on, for example, actuators, sensors, sensor ECUs. It can also be running on high-performance, powerful vehicle ECUs or controller, domain controller, for example. And as we already mentioned, Classic platform offers the layered software architecture. This layered software architecture also then supports the separation of hardware and application software with its abstraction, and supports integration of operating system, and supports complex communication, various communication between applications inside one ECU across vehicle network. And also supports diagnostic features, supports security features, supports a lot of safety features, and a lot more. So we already know that we have two AUTOSAR platforms, and we have Foundation. But in AUTOSAR, we only have one release to synchronize all the both platforms and Foundation. We have our annual release in November. So the naming convention is we start with R. R stands for release, and followed by year and then month. So let's take a look into the release concept 2211. I didn't list all the concepts here, not to confuse you, but I list some statistics here. So in the current release, let's say 2211 release, we had 13 concepts introduced in AUTOSAR, and among which 4 concepts are for Classic platform only, and then 7 for both platforms, which tells us that we still have a lot of new concepts in Classic platform. And all these concepts are covering feature goals by supporting, for example, security features, safety features, in-vehicle communication, and also connectivity features. For example, we had several concepts regarding V2X. And these concepts also try to bridge the gap between software implementation specification and standardization. For example, for IEEE standards in the current release 22.11, we had a time-sensitive network protocol as a concept. We also had MACsec as a concept. For ASAM standards, we have service-oriented vehicle diagnostic as a concept. Then for CIA standards, we had KXL in our last release. So we picked one concept that we could look further into. So that is MACsec, Media Access Control Security. So AUTOSAR added MACsec and MACsec Key Agreement, MKA, into AUTOSAR. This is secure communication measures on MAC layer, on OC layer 2. This is an additional option to our existing AUTOSAR security landscape or toolbox, you could call. We already have some secure communication measures for automotive Ethernet, like SecOC, TLS, IPsec. They are on different OC layers. And this MACsec concept is based on IEEE standards. MACsec itself based on IEEE 802.1AE and then MKA based on 802.1X standards. And in the current release 22.11, we focused only on classic platform and also foundation. Then we introduced MKA as a basic software module into classic platform in the service layer. And this concept also aligned with other concepts. This is how the AUTOSAR concepts works. All the concepts, they will align with each other to see whether there is some overlapping, whether they need some further agreement or alignment. So this concept aligned with AUTOSAR firewalling concept and also IDSM concept. Then, for the upcoming release, 23.11, and for the following releases, 2011, we have more than 20 concepts already in pipeline for both platforms, actually almost 30, and almost over 50% of them are touching classic platform. AUTOSAR will continuously harmonize the adaptive platform and also classic platform. Then AUTOSAR will continuously add more features in in-vehicle communication, in connectivity, in diagnostics, in functional safety, in security. And AUTOSAR will also continuously bridge the gap between software specification and standardization, for example, IEEE and ISO standards here. Okay, in essence, we put all things together. So we heard that again and again, software is getting more and more complex. And the need is, however, increasing rapidly. I've heard someone talking about that yesterday, for example. It is right now increasing like with factor of 5 or 3, 5, or maybe 10. And that makes automotive system much more complex and complexer. So AUTOSAR as a standard platform offers the possibility and to provide us also provide a solution based on collaboration. So join AUTOSAR, contribute to AUTOSAR, and take advantage of collective knowledge and thrive in the AUTOSAR ecosystem. And if you have any further questions regarding AUTOSAR partnership or contribution, we have an administration desk just outside, next to the door, and just go them, read them. They will be happy to answer any questions. And if time allows, I'm happy also for questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pinglei, for your presentation on the classic platform and the foundation. Are there any questions? You made me a little bit curious about the future, your next release. Do you have? Could you give us a glimpse what we can expect in the next release?
Okay, I'm not sure that I could. I have it in backup, but I have it hidden here, so. I have the hidden here. Is it possible to show the hidden slides? Thank you. The secret one. Seems like it's really technical.
Okay, it's too complicated.
No, seems like it's okay.
Yeah.
This is concepts in our backlog. So we would have several in-vehicle communication concepts like service discovery control for via application software, DDS support on classic platform. We would have TSN for the concepts. We would have I2C driver finally, and we will have SCXPI and send driver and COM handler and charging interface. And then for connectivity, we would continue to work on the V2X support for adaptive platform. For diagnostics, we have SOVD part 2, and we have also centralized service 29 authentication. Then we also have somehow redesign, restructuring of our requirement structure, feature graph, and we also have safe API for hardware accelerators, time validation covers safety part. Then we have for the security concepts, secure some IP, access control list, MACsec for adaptive platform, then firewall for classic platform.
Oh, thank you very much.